Hey guys, what's up, what's good, what's poppin'? So for today's video, I will be doing basically a first impressions try on and swatches with the new Tarte Tartlette Juicy palette. So it does look like this here. That is the front side of it. It is a newer release from Tarte, so if you're interested in seeing how these shadows look on the eye and then some swatches and everything like that, then please keep watching. And also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and let me know in the comments if you have this, if you like it, or if not, if you plan on picking it up, something like that. And if you're ready to begin, we can go ahead and get started with the swatches. I do apologize about the lighting today. I'm not sure why it's really weird. I am filming in the daytime, so I don't know why I can't get adjusted, but anyway, here we go. So there are a total of 20 eyeshadows in this palette, and then the rows are 5 shadows each. So I'll just start with the first row. Alright, so the first shade, Water Lily, Paradise, Rose, Orchid, and Dream Chaser. Alright, I'm kind of really bummed about my lighting, but I really have no idea. Then moving on into that second row there, I will start from the first one to the last one. Let me do this one again. There we go. Just needed a double dip there. Oh, I forgot the last one. Hold up. Hold up. Alright. So the second row is Wishful, Blossom, Wildflower, Petal, and Luscious. So moving on into the third row, we're getting into the more neutral shades. They are mostly cooler in tone. So that third row there. So starting at the top, we have Inspiring, Shine, which is that metallic copper, Fresh Start, Dawn, and Charmed. Alright, and then going into the last row there, which is the deepest of the shades in the palette for the most part. Hey guys, so like I said, today we're doing the Tarte Juicy palette, and the outside front cover looks like that. Obviously you can get fingerprints and everything else. You can definitely see that. But basically the outside is just a muted pink with Tartlette written on the front in white, with what I thought was palm trees at first, but they're actually not. They're like those, I don't know what they're called. The little they're actually weeds. But they're those little weed flowers that you pick and you blow when you're a kid. Those things. So it's got a couple of those on the front. So it's cutesy but not overdone. And so the back looks like that. It does have a sticker on there that you can kind of see right there. And then when you open it up, it does have a plastic sheet cover, and it looks the same as the front of the palette. It does have a nice size mirror in there, and then this is the actual palette in all of its full glory. So today I will be going ahead and just playing with this palette to kind of do a first impressions, see if I like it as good on the eye as I liked it on the internet. So I'm going to go in with the shade Wishful, which is just a matte beige, cream beige shade. And I'll just apply that all over the lid. If I'm trying a new palette out for the first time and it has a shade like this is what I like to do with it, just to try to give it some use. So taking a look into the palette, it's me we're talking about, so I like some color. So I think I'm going to just stick with the more pink tone shades and go from there. So now I'm going to go in with the shade Paradise, which looks basically like a salmon with a hint of shimmer in there, just a touch. Probably won't even be able to notice that on the eye, I'm going to guess. And I'm just pulling that like in above the crease. And I am just building this up a little bit because it is kind of light. But I feel like you can see that. I can see it a little bit. Alright, so we're starting off pretty light. Okay, and so next I'm going to go into the shade Orchid, which is a mid-tone pink with some shimmer. Alright, and then going in with the shade Orchid, I'm also just applying this to the crease. So I'm just kind of like stamping that in there with a Sigma E25 blending brush. So it's kind of long and slender and real tapered. So that's a really pretty color. I feel like that's a nice color. It is crazy here today at my house. It's my day off and everybody is running wild. Dogs, children, everything. So if you hear a lot of background noise, that is the situation. However, it's pretty understandable since last night there was like a super great storm that came in, lightning, thunder, and a lot of rain. So everybody was cooped up in the house since yesterday evening. Alright, and then I'm going to go in with the shade. I don't even think I can yell loud enough over these dogs they're always bickering. They're like my children. My children are 4 and 2, and they, at this stage, they like never get along and they always fight over toys and all this stuff. These two puppies do the exact same thing. So anyway, the next shade I'm going into is the shade Dream Chaser. This shade is more of like a red berry toned shade, and it also seems to have a bit of shimmer in there. So I'm just going to put this like on the outer corner and buff that in. So anyway, like I said, we had like a pretty good storm that came in starting about yesterday evening, right when I was like leaving work, clocking out of work. And what I do like when it storms is I just go ahead and turn everything off. So all the lights, unplug like electronics and things like that. And so I was explaining to my son, who's 4, you know, why I do that. And that's because, you know, like I explained to him, sometimes lightning can ruin your things. If you have them plugged in a really good storm, so we don't want nothing to get ruined, so we have to unplug everything and just running your electricity, I mean, I think most people know this, but just like running your electricity can just kind of draw that lightning in. And so I just turn everything off. So I was explaining that to him, and like every time it went thunder, my daughter, she's 2, she'd be like, what is that? What is that? And I'm like, that is thunder. So, and I went to get up to get something or do something, I think just to turn some stuff off. And like my son was sitting there on the bed and he's like crying, like real tears, crying. I'm scared, I'm scared. So when I come back, you know, I consoled him. And I was like, you know, why are you scared? What are you scared about? And I think he was more scared of the fact that we were turning off all of the lights, turning off the video games, unplugging the tablets and stuff from the chargers and all of that. And I feel like he was more scared of the fact that he may have to go to bed early and not have anything to do, like no electronics, and then can't see to play with his toys because it was already dark outside and we were turning the lights off. Okay, so I have not noticed though any fallout except for just a small amount, but that was like my bad. Anyway, this looks nice so far. I mean, it looks like it would be a great palette for like everyday wear, like if you still go in somewhere to work or something like that, this would make a nice palette. And it's got some spring vibes too. Alright, and then I'm going to go in with the shade Rose, which is just a light matte pink. And I'm just going to pack that onto the lid. That color's really pretty. And that matte formula is really nice too. So I really like that matte shade. Like the color's super pretty. I think it goes nice with like my skin tone and everything. But their matte formula is really nice. I feel like it's super soft, buttery, and it just kind of goes on really easily. This is how it's looking so far. I mean, that looks fine for just like an average eye look. I kind of want to do more with this, but I feel like there's not really much more that I can do. So when you guys have storms and stuff, are you like me? Do you turn everything off and just let the storm pass? Or are you someone that like deliberately like turns everything on and up full max volume to try to drown out the storm? Because I know people that do that too. Let me know in the comments how you ride out storms. Okay, and then I do want to do some type of highlight to see how this is going to go. So I'm going to take the shade Reflect. It looks like a champagne beigey highlight shade, so I'll just add this into the inner corner. I don't know if it's showing up on camera any different, but I feel like in real life I can hardly see the shade. So if you want an intense popping highlight, that's probably not going to happen from this palette. Okay, so I did a highlight, but you can't really see it. Yeah, I got a lot of things to do today in such a short amount of time, and I'm just trying to hurry but not be boring at the same time, and that never goes well for me. Alright, and then just to get another color in this look, I'm going to go in with the shade Luscious, which is like a cool toned, like medium brown. And I'm throwing that into the lower lash line. Oh, I don't think those go together, the pinks and this color here, but It is a really pretty color though. Alright, so basically this is my look with the Tartlette Juicy palette that I'm going to do today. I didn't want to talk too much about the shadows and stuff as I was doing the look because I wanted to kind of save that for here in a minute. So sorry if that bit was a bit boring, I guess. But I'm just trying to figure out how to best piece together these types of videos.